Hello and welcome to the Tampa Bay Arts Passport podcast. My name is Avery Anderson. I am your host, or whatever you want to call me. I'll be called names, that's fine. Welcome back for a new year of episodes. If you are just joining us, the Arts Passport is your insider guide to behind-the-scenes content, interviews, clips of all things artistic in our community, art museums, movies, everything you can think of. So please enjoy this conversation with director, producer, actress, amazing person, Alexa Perez. Hello, Alexa Perez.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful now that you're here. I am so excited to talk to you because we talk to each other a lot.
We do.
But not in this formal capacity.
I know.
So welcome to the Arts Passport podcast.
Thank you.
Can you say that 3 times fast?
Wait, say it again.
Arts Passport podcast.
Arts Passport podcast. Arts Passport podcast. Arts Passport podcast.
It's the P's, right?
Yes.
It gets to you.
Yeah.
But I think everyone in our theater community should use that as like a tongue twister to warm up.
It's not a bad one.
I know. And it's really great in-person marketing.
Let me just plug real quick.
Hold on, everyone, please plug the Arts Passport podcast every time you warm up for a show.
Yes.
We'd appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I invited you on today because I feel like you do so much. You're behind the scenes at so many places, so many theaters. I mean, you've also been on stage, but I just wanted to like catch up with you and talk about all the things you're doing.
Oh my God. Okay.
So currently you are, what's your official title at the studio at 620?
I am the associate artistic producer at the studio at 620.
Great, which means like you just do anything and everyone at the studio kind of does anything and everything. But, and you started that, maybe a year ago?
I want to say like a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years now.
Okay.
Like a couple months after Erica came on, she was like, come with me. So I was like, okay. And I've been there ever since.
So maybe just like, let's start with like, walk us through, what do you do at the studio at 620?
Oh my God, what do I not do? Well, I feel like for the most part, Erica's joked about this a lot. I kind of am like her second brain. I'm like the extra holding memory space for things that she can't quite retain. No, but I help a lot with the casting, with producing the shows. I handle art of the artist stuff. I dabble a little bit in the marketing as well, which is what we kind of do together there. But I manage the social media accounts. So usually if you see someone posting on there, it's 9 out of 10 times me. That 1 out of 10 is you when you're like, can you please get this up? And I'm like, I would, but I'm trying to herd cats right now. So if you could just do that'd be great.
And I'm always happy to help.
And I appreciate it.
Because for those that don't know, just for clarity, I consult for the studio at 620
Yes.
on marketing and fundraising stuff.
Yes.
In addition to all the stuff we do for Arts Passport. Mm-hmm. Okay, but so when I met you, you were doing social media, kind of like freelance work for American Stage.
Yes.
And we met each other right after the pandemic, and it feels like a million years ago.
Yeah.
But now, you being in a producer chair and working on many different shows and assistant directing and directing at other theaters, walk me through the journey from like, let me do social media at a theater to now you're in this role.
Oh God, it's a very weird whirlwind of events. So it all kind of started before the world shut down. I went to school for musical theater, and I wanted to be an actor. And I put it down for a long time because I had the worst anxiety about auditioning. I also was, looking back, involved in a program that I feel wasn't like the healthiest in terms of mental support. So,
Welcome to most musical theater programs.
Right. But yeah, there was just like a lot of tension and a lot of judgment, and I didn't click with it. So I put it down for a while. And then right before the pandemic, I had a friend reach out to me and was like, hey, I want to go do this audition, you should come. And was kind of like pulling me out of the closet to sort of reintegrate. And I was like, okay, fine. So I did an audition at American Stage. Went somewhat well, and I say that because I can sing, not a dancer. And this audition was for Footloose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm just gonna go and like, just to like warm up
Just
and
see
like
what
just
happens.
get back on the horse, right? And then of course I do the audition, it goes well, and they're like, can you stay for the dance callback? And I'm like, I don't know if you want.
You're like 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.
I don't know if you want me to do that. But I did, and I almost fell on my face like 12 times, and I did it, and it was fine. But that was kind of like me sort of like getting back on the horse. And then from there, I auditioned for, at the time, what was St. Pete Shakespeare
Okay.
Company or theater or something like that. I don't know
Yes.
the St. Pete Shakespeare Festival
There you
is
go.
what it was. I don't know if it exists anymore. But they were doing a production, audition for that, got cast in that, and then everything shut down. And I was like, cool, maybe this is a sign. So then from there, I ended up just starting to freelance as like a virtual assistant. When the world was closed, that quickly shifted into social media management. I was working for an influencer who also is like a vocal coach. So she would do a lot of like reaction videos to things. Shout out to Hannah Bales, if you're out there, miss you. Lovely human. But so I was doing that. And then as things started opening up again, the opportunity for some like readings and things like that popped up. I would do them. And then there was a fellowship that came up at American Stage that was happening. And it was the first year that they were doing it because they were kind of revamping what used to be their apprenticeship program. Mm-hmm. And they were like, we really want to, instead of having people do all of the things, kind of hone in and focus on very specific areas that they would like to improve upon. And since college, I'd always kind of had an interest in directing. I just never really knew how to get into it. And with the class schedules, like, it was like those classes that they're like, we do it once like every 2 years at this time only, and it never quite lined up. So so people were pushing me to apply, and I was like, okay, fine, I guess. I didn't really think much of it. And then it ended up being like the best thing that I ever did. Yeah. And so I was, right before that happened, that's when I was freelancing, doing social media, and that's when I met you. Walked away for a while, then did the fellowship. And so that's kind of when I got integrated into the world of like casting and directing. And I was, behind the scenes doing all of the callbacks and things like that, and the auditions, and working with actors and making sure they had their sides. And then that, weirdly, it started mainly with casting, and then the second half of the fellowship ended up me being assistant directing 3 different shows. 4, counting the kids show, the TYA show. So yeah, and then I kind of just didn't stop. And here we are.
I mean, that's kind of what you want, is just then to keep the ball rolling. Wait, okay, but I have to ask, because my memory is very foggy on this. And either you're going to be like, oh my God, you remember that? Or it's going to be so awkward, because you're going to be like, nope, it wasn't me. Did you understudy in Romeo and Juliet?
I did.
In the park? Yeah. Because I was like, because
I did.
I saw you that night, because you filled in.
Are you
that.
kidding?
Yes,
You were there?
I was in the park that night. Yes.
So you saw me like spiraling.
Because didn't you like, it was like a last second thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very last second. It was one of those things where, we were coming out of, and this was when I was still, this was before the fellowship, when I was doing marketing with you. And I got approached to understudy because at the time they still kind of just knew me as an actor. And I was like, okay, sure. And, they were like, this is kind of just a formality because of, the pandemic. Like, on paper, we just need to say.
They're like, we don't really want you, but we, like, legally need to have an understudy.
I mean, like, in the nicest way possible. They were like, there's no way. Because they
You'll
were like,
never go on, but.
Well, because they said, it was crazy because at the time they were like, we haven't used an understudy at American Stage in, like, 10 years. So it's not going to happen. We just need you to, like, be there. To be there, right? And I was like, cool, fine. Like, good to be in a rehearsal room again. I was doing summer camps at the same time and doing the marketing. And so, like, I was like, halfway off book. And I had never understudied before. And I hadn't touched Shakespeare since like college. Like it took a second. So then of course I'm in the middle of teaching like 3rd through 5th graders stage combat with pool noodles and trying to get them not to like kill each other. And I get the call and they're like, yeah, so the actress who's playing Juliet is not feeling great. So we just wanted to give you the heads up that we're probably going to do a put-in rehearsal just to be safe. And I full blown was like having a panic attack. I was like, gosh. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It was very traumatic for me. But it ended up going fine. I ended up printing like the tiniest version of the script possible, and I just like had it like down here.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it was funny because I remember I was talking to who was it? I think it was Jim Sorensen was in the audience, and he saw me afterwards, and he's like, I didn't even realize you had the script until like the very end, and I was like,
totally.
Thank God, because I was trying so hard to mask it. But yeah, it was a good group. Like everybody involved in that show was so professional and so nice and so patient, and they were really great about just like going with the flow and really trying to like guide me gently.
Yeah.
So it was a good experience. I just don't think I was like mentally in a place where I could handle something like that.
And then I was like, okay, now I'm doing this.
Right. But yeah, so I guess technically I've done an American stage show in that respect, but
yes.
I would love to have the opportunity to do that in a more prepared
in a time when you can like rehearse,
when I can like spend time with the script and make choices instead of just be like, what is the line? Sorry, can we curse on this podcast?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
But also, like, that was very much the embodiment of like the show goes on. You were like, I'm gonna do it. That
really was.
That whole production was like the show goes on because they did it in Williams Park as we were like coming back from the pandemic and just trying to figure out how we were doing this.
Oh, and that was a crazy time too, because like we didn't really do shows in Williams Park. No. It was so hot. I think like it was in the middle of like red tide.
Okay, I was just gonna say because this is my memory of it. I mean, I remember you obviously,
yeah.
And I remember lots of them, but it was like peak red tide.
Yes.
And it was also that weird time when like red tide got so bad that then there were so many dead fish, and then there was so many bugs in downtown.
Oh my God, it was
Do you remember
so
that?
buggy. Oh,
and literally,
I remember.
people were like passing around bug spray because it was like they were
bad.
On you.
Yeah,
and like there was no way that could have been planned for. I was covered in
bugs during that run.
Yeah,
literally, because so I remember there's like and this is the whole reason why the actress that played Juliet went down was because there was like a whole 30 minutes of the show where she was just lying down on this bed, right, when she's dead, under this huge like quilt, just roasting. And under that, there's a bunch of ants. No one told me this before I did it, but there were a bunch of ants. And so she ended up getting like extreme heat exhaustion because they tested her for, for strep. They tested her for COVID. They tested her for like all these things. And she was coming back negative, but she was just so like not well.
Her body was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it was just, she couldn't do it. So she went down. So then they were like, you go in. And then luckily they changed it so it was like a sheet. So it wasn't like baking. But there were ants. And so I had to lay so still under the sheet, pretending like I'm dead as ants are just like crawling all over me. It was...
Oh my gosh. Were the ants paid actors or just nature itself?
I think they were volunteers.
They were volunteers?
I think they were just really passionate about the work.
Oh my gosh. So really, you have Red Tide to thank for your career.
I do. Thanks, Red Tide.
Thanks, Red Tide, for giving me my big break.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's crazy. But like, that's something no one would have ever thought of or even known.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you do all that, and now you are fully in your directing, producing, project management era. What is it like holding so many projects at once and kind of this constant like shift between this cabaret and this rental and assistant directing that and preparing this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot because I do think that they can be very different hats. Like, I think when you're producing, there's a lot more like logistical concerns and things like that, and you're really just trying to make sure everything is like super by the book and like up and everything is covered. Whereas with directing, I think there is that aspect to it, but there's also the more creative part of it where you get to play. So it's a little, I think I find directing a little bit more fun just because I enjoy the process and being in a rehearsal room. But yeah, it really is just kind of this crazy game of like putting on different hats and like doing your best to switch from one thing to another as seamlessly as you can. And it doesn't always happen because we're human beings, right? Like, but yeah, it's hectic, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you never get bored. There's always something.
Always something.
Always something.
Do. I feel like in our line of work and just arts in general, you never really get to like specialize in one thing, kind of. Like
Right.
that's a very...
It's a privilege
It's
to
a
get to do
privilege
that.
if you can get to that point. And
Yeah.
when you get to that point, for those that have, like, congratulations. I think that's amazing. For most of us at this level who are like constant, like, I need to work 7 jobs to make this happen.
Right.
For you, is that the dream one day to get to a place where you can say, I just produce, or I just direct, or I just act?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that. Yeah, absolutely.
Which, like, path do you want to go down?
It's hard to say now because I think, I mean, just like thinking about where I was before the pandemic and where I am now, like I'm not even the same person I was like 3 months ago. So I'm 32 now. I'm gonna be 33 next year. And I feel like I'm kind of just now in this place where I'm really coming home to myself and figuring out like what it is that truly lights me up and actually taking the opportunity to bet on myself in ways that I haven't before. So I think for me, if I could, I would really love to be able to direct and or act full time. I have a feeling that I would probably do both because I just like both so
Sure.
much. I don't think I could really pick one or the other. Like I would always go back to one at some point if the project is right or whatever. But yeah, I think that's what I would like to do. And I'd love to be able to travel and do it. Like I'd love to go to...
Okay, that's a lot. You know, you're like,
Okay,
I want to
I'm
have the
asking-
job, I
okay,
want
I'm
to
not too
travel.
much.
No, I'm just joking.
You're like, calm down.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but it would be really fun.
Do you want to stay in the area or do you want to like go away?
I don't know. I'm open
Life
to...
questions with Alexa.
Life questions with Alexa. I'm open to going away, but right now, everyone that I love and care about and enjoy collaborating with is here. So I'm happy here for now, but I'm also really interested in making connections in other places and seeing where that would take me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just kind of going with the flow.
What would you tell to the person that's like in Alexa's shoes, 4 or 5, however many years ago it was, of like, I'm just trying to make it, I'm just trying to find the social media gig, find that one contract, you know, so what would you tell to that person who's like just trying their best to find the gigs?
To just do it. Like, just go outside.
Touch grass.
Touch grass. No, but just to show up and stop overthinking it so much. Because I think 4 or 5 years ago, Alexa would have been so concerned with showing up in the way that was just right. Which I'm laughing because I'm hearing my therapist in my head right now. I have full disclosure, I have OCD. And one of those subtypes is like having to be able to do things just right. And it can be very debilitating. And I think I was so focused for so long on feeling like I needed to be exactly what somebody wanted me to be that I couldn't just exist. And it was when I started to just release the need to fit a mold that I actually started getting traction. And people actually started bringing me in for things and thinking of me for things. So yeah, I think it would just be, don't overthink it. Just show up and go from there. Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes I think of a lot is just like, progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
Of like, sometimes done is better than perfect. I did the audition. I applied for that job. versus like I sat there and agonized to the point where I missed the opportunity.
Right, because then it's not even a choice for you.
Right.
Like, make it a choice first. Like, bring it into your existence as an option, and then indulge the spiral for a second if you absolutely have to, right? But yeah.
And if you never actually submit for something, then you'll never
be considered because they don't know that you exist. Yeah. And I think that that's something that I've seen a lot. That's been really affirming for me at the studio too. When we've held auditions recently, like we just did a call not too long ago for our like first season that we've really constructed. And there were so many people that showed up that I had never met before. Mm-hmm. And it was just because they were invited to show up and come in, and they did, and it was lovely. And now I'm like, my God, there's like so many people that we need to like get in this space and like give opportunities to, because like, where the hell have you been? Yeah.
And instead you're on this podcast wasting time talking to me instead of casting people and doing that work.
Well, there's time.
Do you want to do some rapid fire questions to wrap up? Okay. Are you ready?
Okay.
You sure? Positive?
I'm as ready as I will ever be.
First question. Okay. What does artistic community mean to you?
I think artistic community means actually coming together as a community and supporting one another, especially in the world that we live in right now. I think there's a lot to be said for community over competition. I think that theater has always been a challenging industry, especially when it comes to making a profit and things like that and kind of staying afloat. And recently, I feel like I've seen a lot of organizations make an effort to actually come together and collaborate more. And the art that's come out of that and the opportunities that have been provided for artists coming out of that has been... It's not something that could have been done if everybody just stayed in their lane.
Sure.
So I think that's what I would say. Yeah.
Okay, this one's hard.
Okay.
In one word, what is your hope for the arts in Tampa Bay?
One word.
One word.
Collaboration. I think it just goes back to what I just said. Like, I think we need to all collaborate more.
When we come together,
I
think,
things are better.
Okay, and then finally, fun question. If you could have dinner or brunch or coffee, whatever, with any artist, living or dead, who would you pick?
Ooh. I think I would pick Olivia Colman.
Oh, that's a good one.
I just feel like she's so nice. And she's so talented.
So talented.
Yeah, and I think it would be a pleasure to talk to her just like as a human, but then also pick her brain about things as an artist. Yeah.
She seems so down to earth.
Yes.
Like every interview clip I see with, she's just like living her life, bumbling through, and then like somehow the greatest actor,
Yeah, she's like, I don't know how this happened with my life. It's crazy, but here we are.
And then you like watch her in a movie and on stage, you're like, do you not understand?
Like you like, have you seen yourself?
Yeah,
like,
great.
Amazing.
Did you see The Roses?
No, I haven't
with her
seen
and
The
Benedict
Roses
Cumberbatch?
yet, but I
what
want to so bad.
I loved it so much. She was so
It's
good.
on my watch list.
And she also like plays a chef and cooks. So I think you could get her to cook dinner and then have dinner. You invite her over and be like, but you also have to cook.
You also have to cook
dinner. But she would. I think she would.
Maybe.
I want to become friends with her just to ask her to cook dinner. Okay, that's what I want. All right, Alexa, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for
I appreciate
having me.
it.
It was fun.
And please continue to go to the studio at 620, check out Alexa's work, continue to follow her, because I'm sure you'll do more directing and producing at other places as you go on this journey.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, you've just listened to a full episode of the Tampa Bay Arts Passport podcast. Congratulations. Good for you. I'm glad you had nothing else to do. No, truly, thank you for your support and your listening. It means a lot to us. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, send us hate mail. If that's the way you want to engage with us, that's okay. The algorithm likes engagement. So please continue to do all those things. Also, please keep an eye out for all of our events. We have book clubs starting up in just a couple weeks. In February, we are going to the Florida Botanical Gardens, and and reading the book Florida. And then in March, we're going to the studio at 6:20 to see an all-female production of Julius Caesar. So please join us for those book clubs, look at our other events, sign up for our newsletter, and continue to support all the arts in Tampa Bay. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.